Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. So as I was doing your intro there, I kept hearing that ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. And you actually have the ship card showing up here. So some of you, you've moved on from an energy, from a relationship, from a person. You may have cut ties in this dynamic. I feel like there's progression. You may have received what you needed to receive out of this relationship. And I know that sounds transactional, but I feel like there was a reason, and that reason may have been to put you on the path towards a soulmate and love union. You actually have the love and soulmate card, which is beautiful energies when they're partnered up. This is about partnerships, soul contracts, life partners. It's about affection, attraction, selflessness, and unconditional love. And I feel in the past, you may have shut yourself down from love that felt superficial. It almost feels like your heart in some way, shape, or form wasn't allowed to open up, or perhaps you didn't find the person, or you weren't finding the love that truly would open your heart. And I feel like, yeah, that's why, because you've gone through some sort of heartbreak. And I see that at the bottom of the deck. We actually have shock, we have mask, we have cut down. Okay. So this is what's going on at the bottom of the deck, both decks here. You've gone through a situation where you're done. You've cut people out, or you've cut energies out. I feel like you've had enough here. You've separated. It's time to stop the pattern. I also feel like you may have given someone the silent treatment, or perhaps someone has given you the silent treatment in some way, shape, or form. Okay, we have a divine counterpart here. We have the King and the Queen of Swords, Sagittarius, and sometimes the King and the Queen of Swords, they can be great partners in matters of maybe work, career, maybe even friendships. But when it comes to love, I feel like there is a new connection here that you are guided or meant to embrace. Yeah, look at that, because we have the Lovers here. And I feel like you may be breaking out of cycles that have kept you at an arm's length due to some sort of heartbreak in the past. Let's take a look at your final outcome. What's the final outcome here? Yeah, you've come to the end of the cycle. That ship has sailed. And some of you may have even felt a little bit disappointed that a situation didn't work out. But what you may not see, Sagittarius, is that was the catalyst for you to truly open up to a more emotional, fulfilling experience of the heart. That's what you're cutting ties with. And it was a difficult tie to cut. It was really hard to perhaps move on from this situation, because you may have been gaslit or personifying a situation. I'm also getting sudden change. It's as if something may have shifted. It feels overnight in a way. It's like the way that you felt about a person had changed quite drastically. And it may have left you feeling like, wow, how did that happen? Or why did that even occur the way it did? What's the reasoning? And I feel like now you have this deep understanding with the Star card of why you had gone through an experience or a situation. This can be a massive transformation that's occurring here. Someone may have been hiding their true feelings. They may not have been willing to take accountability for how they truly felt in a situation. And it may have caused separation in a dynamic, in a union. And I feel like someone has maybe went cold here. But again, you're moving on. You are cutting ties. You've received now the knowledge, the awareness of what this lesson or experience was meant to bring you. And I feel like you're ascending. It's ascending to this soulmate energy. There's a new partnership or a new connection. There's an ending bringing in a new beginning. And this new beginning has to do with a life partner, not in and out energy or inconsistent energy. It could even be overcoming some limitations or beliefs, because I see the King and the Queen of Swords here can be a very powerful communication between, it can be very powerful communication between two people. It can be deep, intellectual. It is conversing, learning how to communicate better. It is the energy here of selflessness. And I feel like that's what path you are heading towards. Now, starting off, you have the Seven of Wands, adaptability. You've had a lot happen in your life, Sagittarius, where you have had to adapt to external circumstances. And when we adapt, we start to instill a new belief system based on what those experiences, are. And I feel like a part of you, a part of your life mission is change. It is acquiring knowledge and being able to know when you've learned all that you can learn and when to move on. Just like the seasons of the weather, right? You can see that this beautiful Arctic fox is going through a period of winter, maybe hibernation, deep reflection, deep insight. He's had to adapt to the Arctic winds and to some sort of struggles or challenges. But I feel like you have this winter coat, you have this protection, and I feel like you're heading into the spring, right? You're heading into a new energy of abundance and lightheartedness and selflessness, and it feels lighter. It doesn't feel like such resistance. Winter can be heavy. Winter can, yes, be a lot of facing shadows or facing things that have been difficult. It can be really going within, but because we have the turning point, this is the Chariot, I feel like you are coming out of this. And if you actually look here on the Chariot, she's coming out of the woods and there's a new path for her to take. And this path looks brighter. You can see the poppies and the wildflowers. Yes, there are mountains. It actually looks more hilly than mountainous, but I feel like you have the knowledge that you need. You are equipped with the insight to move forward and to get you through any of these ups and downs. And you have more clarity now. You've gone through something that really shifted who you are. Your psyche is what I'm getting. And this is a big turning point that is taking you in a new direction of your heart, of your life. Now, what's below you is the strong Libran energy of perfection. Some of you, perfectionism or expectations could have been a part of your growth. Okay, boundaries may have been a part of this. Queen of Swords energy. This could be you, very observant. This could be someone who lacks emotion when it comes to certain situations that maybe you once were emotionally content or satisfied in, but I feel like the emotions have kind of been replaced with a new belief is kind of what I'm getting. And perfectionism, expectations, and maybe even wisdom, knowledge, and insight all play a role in this Queen of Swords. She's highly observant. She's very intuitive. She's not interested in games. She's not interested in fantasy, right? She does want to move forward because she's interested in, clarity and wisdom and withholding her own integrity. And I feel like that may mean cutting people out or moving on, but that may be part of the lesson you are meant to learn. Because in the recent past, we do have the Ace of Wands. It's showing up in reverse, which means the passion, the desire, the lust, the sexuality, the pleasure may have been missing. May have been missing from a situation. And you realize that as much as you wanted something to work or something to fit, that you may be moving on from it, because there is a very important spiritual piece with the wand energy that feels missing. It doesn't feel as inspiring. And for those of you that are in a relationship, and this has been long lasting, or excuse me, you've been married to someone for quite some time, I feel like you've adapted to married life where you've just started to maybe settle, and maybe there is no passion and there isn't a lot of, maybe physical touch or chemistry of some sort. You have the ability to heal. I see that with the star. You have the ability to bring something back into union and to go in a new direction if you want. Okay. For a lot of you, you may also be cutting ties. You may be saying, I've received what I've needed to, but I'm going to move in a new direction. Or you're really reevaluating your relationships. For those of you that are single, I feel like you may have put yourself out there, or perhaps you've just been focused on, your work, your creativity, your abundance, and the people that do enter your life. It's like you don't have that pizzazz, that panache, or that, spark. It doesn't feel like there's a big spark. And what's coming in above you is the star. There may be something deep within your soul, deep within your conditioning, that is being brought up for you to really understand on a deeper level. There's massive healing and transformation with the star. Some of you may have even gone through a tower moment. Yeah, the tower is potentially the cut down, the mass, the shock. This is the tower. There's been sudden changes here. But through this change is an epiphany, a surprise, a transformation. And I feel like there is an awareness now that you did not have prior, because the star comes after the tower. Again, this is a shattering of an old belief system. And this inspires hope. This says, don't give up on your dreams. Whatever those dreams may be, there needs to be a change in perspective. There needs to be inspiration, which we see has been lacking in the past. But I feel it's here for a reason. It's here to say we can get inspired. We can have that feeling. And the belief within you says, is that always going to be missing? Is it always going to be like this? And I feel like the answer is no. And that's where the King of Swords comes in. Now, this could be the archetype of both the king and the queen, both your own masculine and feminine. For some of you, this is another person. But the King of Swords is someone who's very logical, right? They are someone who's very knowledgeable, but sometimes they're not in touch with their emotional side as much as they are their logical side. They are highly intelligent, very smart. Okay, they may be in a powerful position, or they may have high prestige of some sort. But this is action towards your thoughts. This is being a thought leader and letting your thoughts, your imagination soar is what I'm getting here, allowing it to soar to new heights. Because sometimes the King of Swords, because even though it's showing up in the upright, I feel like there's a little bit of, at times, getting caught up in one way of thinking. maybe closing oneself off to, a belief system that could really help them grow and advance. Because the King of Swords, he can be a little bit stubborn when he believes something wholeheartedly. And I feel like the heart piece, though, when I say wholeheartedly, it's almost like it didn't come from the heart, it came from the mind. So it wasn't necessarily like it was manifesting from a place of heart. Maybe the king thought that, but I feel like the green is the heart energy saying, okay, let's revisit the heart space. Let's revisit, that inner child love, the love that you have for yourself, the love that you have for maybe another. Now, how are you feeling at this time? You're feeling conflicted. The head is pulling you in one direction, but the heart in another. I see that here for you. You may feel like you're in a state of ambiguity. This is crossroads. I'm at a crossroads. Do I stay in this dynamic? But you know that you're going to break your own heart if there's not change, right? You need to move forward here in this relationship, and you're maybe hoping and willing that someone can meet you halfway. And I feel like, excuse me, as I say that, I was going to say, I feel like communication, as my voice goes out, it's like we stopped talking or we disconnected communication in some way, shape, or form. For those of you that are single, I feel like there's a part of yourself that is coming into balance. It's the yin, it's the yang. And you're at a crossroads here, but I feel like you won't be for long because the Lovers is here. This is you dropping into that heart-spaced energy and making a balanced decision, not based on over emotions, an emotional reaction or too much of a logical response. I feel like the heart and the head are meeting in the middle. And I feel like you have the opportunity to rekindle a flame if something has gone out, or to prepare for union. And that has been a theme I feel like I've said in every single reading, because September's energy is that of new beginnings. And maybe it's because of the season change. It could be because it's a 9-month as well, which is about completions. But I also feel like you are listening to that little voice within. And there's something here about a spiritual connection, a soulmate energy. This is Gemini as well. This could be balanced partnerships that are based on trust, harmony, and destiny even. This Lovers is a destined relationship that you're either in or are calling in, but it does require you to let go of some sort of limited thinking or a relationship or a pattern in order for you to come into union and have this soul connection, this soulmate energy that you truly crave and desire. It's here showing up. This is life partner. This is contracts. Now, the hopes and the fears is the 7 of Pentacles, the timing of things. Some of you have been patient and you're like, Mel, I've been single for 7 years, or I've been working on my self-healing and development. Why isn't anything happening? And the fear could also be, I've put my time and my heart and my love and my money and everything into this relationship. I don't want to start over. Do I just stay? Do I ride it out? Is it going to get better? So I feel like there is a deep reflection period that is taking place here for you. And when the 7 of Pentacles shows up, some of you, the message is your hard work is paying off here, or it will pay off because you've come to the end of the cycle. That's what your outcome is. 10 of Wands. You've reached the end of this journey, whatever that may look like. Maybe you have learned some valuable lessons and now there's an opportunity for you and a soulmate to come together in union and embrace a new path, a new journey, one that feels more connected to trust, one that feels more connected with intimacy and passion. And passion and intimacy, it's not just for the bedroom, right? It can be vulnerability in how we connect and how we communicate. It can be sharing one's fears with another. It can be sharing in on, your life. It can be really going deep with someone and feeling that soul connection. And I feel for a lot of you, you've come to the end of something that has been a little bit difficult for you mentally. I mean, maybe all areas, but because I'm getting the King and the Queen of Swords, it feels like the mind has been loud. The thoughts have been loud. And you're ready to put down some sort of burden. This can also be forgiveness. It can be prioritizing, maybe prioritizing date night. It could be prioritizing communicating with each other. Some of you would really benefit from, if this is someone you're in a relationship with and you want to strengthen it, or it could be a new person, you may benefit from one of those games that has questions on it, and you ask your partner the questions and you share communication through things that you would never have thought of to ask, or you may not know this about your partner, even if you've been together for 20 years. So they sell them on Amazon, or you can go to a bookstore or a game store. They have the questions, right, that you can ask for, like questions for couples or questions for, relationships. But I feel like something has been weighing heavy on your heart that you're ready to move on from. Maybe this is an argument that you had with a family member. It could have been a falling out that you had with a parent or with a child. Remember, love doesn't just show up in a romantic sense. It could be for some of you here, but this can also be platonic. It can be familia. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like you're ready to put this burden to rest because you've been carrying this for a while. This is spiritual strength and, releasing the burdens that have weighed upon you. And I also see some of you, you may have been carrying a secret or feeling like you weren't good enough. I'm getting carrying some sort of shame or guilt or resentments in some way, shape, or form. We're actually going to pull and we're going to see what it is here that you are releasing, moving on from. You've received what you've needed, and now you are opening up to selflessness, affection, attraction, wholeness. Spirit, can we please clarify the 10 of Wands showing up? 6 of Wands, glorious win. You've been working long and hard on your spiritual self, your journey, and here's the victorious win. The 6 of Wands. Now, there has been, in the past, there's been a fall from grace. Remember what I just said about shame or humiliation? Maybe even what other people thought of you, you were very much wrapped up in. Well, what does this person think of me? Or what are they going to think if I move in that direction? What are they going to think if I change my looks or my appearance or whatever it may be? I feel like there may have been a lot of energy wrapped up in social prestige in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you felt overlooked as a child. You felt like you've gone through 3 failed marriages. You felt humiliated. You felt shamed in some way. Maybe someone cheated on you or you cheated on them. I feel like there's a fall from grace that you're coming back up from in some way, shape, or form. This could even be something with health. And I feel like you've come to the end of the cycle, and what is showing up for you now is recognition. It's not just recognition by people around you. This is recognition from your guides. I'm getting like your ancestors and those in the spirit world. Look at, you have the devil at the bottom. You may have released indulgences or destructive tendencies. That could be what you're releasing, is the devil. Toxic patterns, narcissistic relationships, or temptations that keep you in some sort of a cycle, right? And the Six of Wands is clarifying, saying you're going to rise up. You are rising up, but it does require you to lay down some sort of burden or to forgive or to push through and work on why recognition or what other people think matters. And some of you are like, Mel, I could care less what other people think. And that may be the case, right? You may finally have got to that point. But I also feel like there's a level of respect. Respect for who you are, how far you've come on your journey. And again, it's as if you've come as far as you can. You've gained what you've needed, or you've progressed in some way. And this could even be your ships coming in. Now you're able to move on from the past and now truly receive what you need. Not just what you need, but what you want. Let's get a message, Sag, from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have, please, for Sagittarius? We have flexibility. Now we have adaptability showing up, right? You've adapted, and now I'm moving into a new season of your life, and it actually looks pretty darn good. It looks like springtime there. Some of you, this is card 19. 19 in tarot is the sun. So this is about being flexible in what and how those dreams manifest for you. And this is all about teachability. And we talk about that with the King and the Queen of Swords. Open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's important. Remember, your first card out here is adaptability. And we said that the King and Queen of Swords are about integrity. So not adapting, right? Or how do I put that? Being adaptable without compromising your own integrity. When it comes to relationships, the message for you, Sag, is this. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, because the King of Swords is actually showing up in the near future. A lot of you may not have met this King of Swords. Maybe you weren't even looking. Maybe you were just doing your thing here in the Queen of Swords energy, perfecting your journey in some way, shape, or form by continuing to put in the effort, right? I feel like perfection, yes, is an illusion, but I feel like mastery is a better term. You've been trying to master, your abundance. And by mastery, it doesn't mean that we've come to a point where we've learned everything. I don't feel like that's possible, but it means that we stay practicing what we need to evolve and to grow. We continue to choose that path each and every single day. But some of you, the flexibility is saying, make some room. Make some room, because there could be someone or something or an experience showing up in your life that actually shocks you. Not in a tower type of sense, but it could be a sudden change where someone shows up, and this could be someone who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. That's the choice. We see the choice card showing up. Being flexible also means being open to love, right? Being open to love, being vulnerable to love. And so many times we shut ourselves down, or we say, I'm never going to fall in love. I'm done. I've given up. I'm never going to marry. I'm not going to do this, right? Because we've been hurt. And our first defense mechanism is to shut down, or to say things, or to instill some sort of new belief after such experiences have happened. Spirit saying, remain open, because this person could in fact be your soulmate, your long-lasting soulmate even. Where, remember what I said earlier about partnerships? This could be a friendship that blossoms into a very beautiful, divine connection in the romantic sense, potentially. But allow yourself to be flexible. You don't have to know what this looks like 10 years from now, right? Just be flexible in the moment and adapt to new beginnings, because that's what I see here taking shape. Some of you have reached the end of a cycle that you've been in for quite some time. Maybe you've been in a union, or you have been single, but I feel like Spirit is saying, yeah, make room. I like this, make room. Now, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, so if this King of Swords is someone you're already dealing with, or even a Queen of Swords, someone was very rigid, and when that happens, you lose access to growth and untapped potential. You find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up. Open your mind and heart and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. I like this for you, Sag. Meet in the middle. Yeah, because I feel like strict, rigid beliefs have come in some way, shape, or form that we may need to look into if we really, truly are ready to progress. Because I feel like the time is now, that maybe this is the ship. The ship has come in, and you've been sitting on, sitting at the harbor waiting for that ship to come in. You've been sitting and sitting and sitting, some of you years, and it's here. But you still may be in that old mentality of sitting at the harbor, but you're already on the ship. So you need to switch things up because it's happening quick. You're already on it, right? Let's get a message here from the crystal spirits. And at this time, Sagittarius, I just ask, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale, a big breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Hold it as long as you can and exhale through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be a crystal that you're familiar with, maybe even know the name of. It could be a specific color or hues of red, orange, purple, violet, opaque, or pearl. Your crystal could hold a specific shape or size. Maybe it's heart-shaped. It could be clustered, or there may be points. Maybe it's a large, raw crystal, or maybe in the tumbled or polished form. This could be an energy emitting from your crystal, that of unconditional love, protection, grounding, or even courage. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals in the comment section below the video, and I will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, Sag, we got diamond showing up here. I mean, diamonds are formed under pressure, beauty and strength arising from trials and challenges. It's the right use of power. The diamond is the priceless gift of time, time and pressure combined. That's what we see here. A lot of you, you're definitely calling in, or you are in a timeless, right? A timeless relationship where it almost feels like you're rising above. Yeah, you are rising above the trials and challenges that you've faced. And there is a bright, bright future ahead here. Card 20 is the Judgment in tarot. Scorpio season could be significant, October, November. Some of you, there could even be a diamond on your ring finger right now, or there will be. Okay, this says your ability to act lovingly is strong today. Amplified by the diamond spirit, you are filled with love and capable of deep compassion, even as you speak the truth about how others' behaviors affect you. Use your power to set firm boundaries, to say no and mean it, to listen with an open heart and open mind before making a decision. We're getting the same messages here, open heart and mind, right? Finding that balance, that'll help you make the decisions needed. Boundaries with that Queen of Swords. Listen with an open heart and open mind before making some sort of big decision in your life, and to express compassion without giving up your integrity. Another message around integrity with that King of Swords as well. All this wells up from the wisdom you have earned from your previous challenges. You do know better. At the same time, be sure you do not come on so strong that others feel intimidated. Forcefulness is not necessary. Pay attention to whether someone seems afraid to contradict you, for you might unwittingly be discouraging them for owning their own power. Be loving, be strong, be compassionate, and exercise right use of power with anyone you connect with today. That's a beautiful, empowering message, Sag. Diamonds can be formed in the Earth's mantle, in a lab, or due to a collision of an asteroid. There's the collision, the tower. Some of you, this diamond that is erupting within oneself is due to this asteroid, right? That hit your energy, some sort of tower. However they come into being, they teach us that extreme pressure and hardship can transform even the most ordinary into something incredibly strong and beautiful. Diamond Spirit asks us to contemplate how something that felt unbearable may have actually assisted us to become more fully who we are. Can you see how strong you are? Can you? I can. This is really a powerful reading of deep understanding of the roles that other people have played in your life, as well as the patterns that you are guided to break free from in order to embrace the diamond at its fullest, right? And to embrace this energy of love to its fullest, unconditional even. Self-love and feeling a sense of wholeness, not settling for bits and scraps. This is affection, it's attraction, it's selflessness. And you needing to do what you need to do. Be flexible without compromising your integrity, and you will shine bright. Don't forget who you are, Sagittarius. That is what I have for you. If the reading resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And do drop your crystals in the comment section below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. And thank you so, so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.